It wasn't until I heard the song Liu Yuning dedicated to his ex-wife that I truly understood. The regret and lingering attachment in his eyes could not be hidden. In the end, it could only be summed up in the phrase a graceful breakup. If I had to dedicate a song to an ex, I would choose Youthful and Accomplished. There is a lyric in it that I absolutely love. If only I had been talented and not so insecure in my youth, knowing how to cherish what was precious, not letting the dream stall, leaving my heart in lifelong debt to you. When the media abruptly exposed his ex-wife's identity, everyone thought he would issue a formal press release or a lawyer's letter just to get it over with. But Liu Yuning chose the most direct and vulnerable way. He started a live stream to speak for himself. I, Liu Yuning, was once married. Naturally, I am also divorced. After that, we had no children together. We are currently not in contact. Today, because of my personal circumstances, she and her current child have been exposed to the public. I am deeply sorry. Truly sorry. But you're hurting an ordinary person and a minor. I believe that whether from a moral or legal standpoint, this has crossed the line. You can smear me, do whatever you want to me. But you cannot take an ordinary person and a photo of a minor and post them online like that. I feel this action is truly inhumane. He used no fancy tricks or stalling tactics. Instead, he spoke clearly and firmly to protect his ex-wife and the child. Furthermore, every bit of income I've earned as an artist, all the glory, and everything I have, she hasn't benefited from any of it. So why must she bear this now? Why should she endure the pressure I've brought? Therefore, I feel extremely guilty. I feel you can target me, whatever works. But you must not harm others. That is my final boundary. He isn't afraid of being smeared or cursed at, but once his ex-wife, Ms. Han, is mentioned, it touches his reverse scale, his ultimate sensitive spot. Beyond remorse, there is perhaps a deep sense of gratitude. Because during the days when he had nothing, when he was in extreme poverty, she went through the abyss with him and stood by his side as he started from scratch. That bond was certainly genuine. The two didn't break up over money or a third party. It was simply due to personality differences and an inability to live harmoniously together. Thus, they parted ways peacefully. That short-lived marriage became a wound in his heart that was difficult to heal. 12 years have passed, and no other woman has appeared by his side. It's not that there's no one, but because he understands clearly, if you cannot provide a woman with stability and responsibility, you should not enter into a marriage lightly. Nor should you let it affect your expectations of love. After the divorce, Liu Yuning seemed to gain extra willpower. He is known in the industry as a self-made artist. No company, no backing, no family status. His background was even more difficult. He once worked as a waiter and did odd jobs to make a living. When he busked on the streets, he alone livened up the whole block. Later, he broke through thanks to his talent for singing original soundtracks, OSTs. Once he gained some fame from variety shows, he ventured into acting. From He Yanjing in Ultimate Note to a small supporting role in The Long Ballad, and then the role of Ning Yuan's Hao in A Journey to Love. Despite being criticized for his historical drama look, it wasn't until his role as Wei Xiao in The Legend of Shenli, Konglong, that audiences truly looked at him with new eyes. He didn't come from a formal acting school, but he always has an acting coach with him, quietly honing his skills. Every step he takes is traded for sweat and hard work. He is the real-life version of a rags to riches story. It may sound glamorous, but no one dares to copy the path. Now, standing under the bright lights with immense success, he has built a high wall around his romantic life. That marriage has become an indelible cinnabar mole, a lasting mark, on his chest. Finally, he understands, if you don't have 100% capability and a sincere heart to nurture a marriage, then don't get married just to complete a task. Because one wrong choice might not only destroy yourself but also a girl's entire expectation of love. And that pain is something he doesn't want to taste a second time. From Liu Yuning's story, we realize a profound lesson about the courage of kindness and the weight of responsibility in every person's life. In modern society, where moral values are sometimes overshadowed by the allure of fame or selfish calculations, this man's conduct serves as a mirror reflecting a noble character, being kind even when you are no longer walking the same path. The first lesson is respect for the past. Breaking up doesn't mean erasing, it means placing memories in a dignified drawer of the heart. His fierce protection of his ex is not merely a duty, but gratitude for the difficult days they spent together. It reminds us that a person's value lies not in how many fans they have, but in how they treat the person who once walked through the abyss with them. Never deny or hurt those who were once your whole world for the sake of your ego or current career. Kindness after divorce is the most accurate measure of a soul's maturity. Furthermore, the story conveys a message of caution in marriage. Marriage is not a destination to fulfill a mission, nor is it a game of fleeting emotions. It is a commitment that requires thorough preparation in both financial capacity and mental readiness. If you cannot provide a woman with stability and responsibility, you should not enter into a marriage lightly. The lesson here is to love with a warm heart but marry with a clear head. Don't let a lack of courage or sincerity turn a marriage into a heartbreak for both sides. Finally, the image of a self-made artist rising from poverty teaches us about self-reliance. The most sustainable success is the one built on sweat, perseverance, and self-respect. When you stand at the peak, use your light to protect the vulnerable, not to scrutinize or hurt them. Living honorably, speaking truthfully, and protecting moral boundaries against public pressure, that is the demeanor of a well-bred person. Ultimately, talent can take you to the top, but only character can help you stay in people's hearts the longest. These reflections have helped close the story of Liu Yuning in a complete and meaningful way. If you feel this post touched your heart and brought you new perspectives on love and life, don't hesitate to leave a comment sharing your thoughts below. Your opinions are the motivation for this channel to continue spreading such humane stories. Please click subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next profound lessons and inspiring journeys. Thank you for always accompanying and supporting us.